we have seen better GDP numbers, GDP growth for the quarter three than expected, and it's been updated now. It was previously estimated to go at 2.9% GDP growth for quarter three. It's been bumped up to 3.2, which is more than expected and means our economy is back on the growth in a good way.
Guys, this is third quarter GDP. The second reading was 2.9%. They've revised it up to 3.2%. That is a strong performance, an economy doing well with consumer spending and export growth. That's what the government says. These are those 2 quarters this summer. Remember earlier this year when we had the shrinking U.S. economy, people were saying it was a recession. It was very shallow. You still had a very strong job market. And a lot of economists said, no, this doesn't feel too recession-y. We think that there's pent-up demand. Look, this is a bounce back, a very big bounce back. These are these quarters coming out of COVID when the economy just exploded here. So this is a strong performance for a U.S. economy.
Great news. It is funny. These types of things are reflecting and analyze stuff that's already happened, of course. And so then that gives us insight into where we're headed and what the economy looks like now. And it looks like we're on a much better trajectory than was previously the case. And we did hear a lot of speculation that we're about to be plummeted into a terrible, horrible, massive recession, and it's all Joe Biden's fault. And when people make those predictions, sometimes even with some evidence, I mean, we did have 2 back-to-back quarters of a decrease in GDP. And the funny thing about covering politics is the same people will never come out later and say, you know what, I was wrong. If I was blaming Biden for the recession that was going to be the worst thing ever before, then I'm going to now tell you that clearly Biden's doing something right. Now, when I cover these types of stories, I try to be honest with you and say the president of the United States doesn't have complete authority over the economy, and there's so many variables that contribute to this. And so when it's great, it's not to be credited towards the president unless you can say a particular policy he pushed for had a significant impact. And when it's horrible, you should confront it in the same manner. Most people don't do that because they're just pushing political agendas, but I think they should. Good news, though, that GDP is back on the upswing for Americans. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get a full extra show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there's a link in the description.